Here's a short video on helping you to understand how to multiply decimals. Remember, this work takes weeks to master, so don't be frustrated if you don't have it right away. We're going to go through some examples together, and then I'll teach you about the common mistakes that students make when doing this kind of work. In the first step, I want you to concentrate on just doing the math. Don't line up the decimals like you normally would do in subtraction and addition. Get rid of the decimal as you're working through it on your piece of scrap paper and just do the mathematics. In our first example here, you can see in our new problem, I've now got 34 times 56. I don't have the decimal anywhere in sight when I'm working the math. As I work the math, I notice that 6 times 4 was 24. I put a 4 down, carried the 2. 6 times 3 was 18, plus that 2 gave me 20. If you remember with multiplication, we have to hold that spot or that 10 spot, so we put our 0 there so that we could work from this point and our tens column. 5 times 4 was 20. We put our 0 down and carried our 2. Then we had 5 times 3, which gave us 15, plus our 2 gave us 17. When we added everything up, 4 plus 0 was 4, 0 plus 0 was 0, 2 plus 7 was 9, and 1 plus nothing was 1. Remember, when you're doing the math in multiplication, you should check your answer and do it twice. If you get the same answer 2 times, then chances are you've done it correctly. You can also swap your factors to check it. 56 times 34 should give you 1,904. Remember, in this first step, we didn't line up the decimals, we just did the mathematics. A common mistake is that students don't have the correct answer for multiplication and don't get their answer right, not because of the decimal, but because they didn't do their multiplication properly. So always check your multiplication first before you move on. Our second step is to count over how many decimal places from the right that are in your factors. In this case, we had two factors, 34 and 5 6/10. As we look at the first factor, we don't have any decimals in there at all, so we don't have anything to count over. In the second factor, we're counting over from the end and we're moving over, and we can see that we have the decimal point in one place to the right of the decimal. So let's remember that we have it one place to the right. Now, a third step after counting from the right is to actually place the decimal point however many spaces that you counted over. So in our example, we had one place to the right of the decimal. So when we did our original math, without the decimal in there, we had 1,904. As we place our decimal right here, we now have 190 and 4/10. And we put it 1 to the right of the decimal because that's what we counted over. Here's another example. In this example, we have 1 and 23 hundredths times 3 and 1/10. Let's look at our steps again. Our first step is to just do the math. Don't line up the decimals and just do the multiplication. In this case, our multiplication became 123 times 31. Our answer was 2,713. Remember to do your multiplication twice so that you end up with the correct product. In the second step, we have to count over how many decimal places are from the right in both of the factors this time, because the first factor, 1 and 2300, had 2 places to the right of the decimal. And our second factor, 3 and 1/10, we went 1 place from the right, which gave us a total of 3 places. What do you think you're going to be adding in your final answer? How many places? If you said 3, you're correct. Okay, so counting over from the right, you place your decimal point, however many spaces that you counted over, and we counted over 3, so we went 3 places, and that's where we put our decimal point. So our answer after we ignored all the decimals was 2,713, and we know we went over 3 spaces, so we went 1, 2, 3, and there landed our wonderful decimal point and gave us 2 and 713 thousandths. So let's talk about some trouble that students have with this work. The first one is incorrect multiplication. You should always check your multiplication problem twice to make sure that your math is correct. The second is don't line up the decimals like you do with addition and subtraction. The third is sometimes students don't count over in both their factors. Time for you to try it. 12 and 34 hundredths times 2 tenths. Pause the video, work the problem, and then let's go over the steps together. Our first step was just to do the math. Remember, we didn't line up the decimals like we did in addition and subtraction, and we just lined it up and did it. We checked it twice. Our second step is to count over how many decimal places from the right in the factors. As we look at the first one, 12 and 34 hundredths, we had 2 places from the right. And our second factor, 2 tenths, it had 1 place from the right for a total of 3 places. The third step was counting from the right, placing a decimal point in however many spaces that you counted over. As we looked at the last step, we know that we counted 3 places over. So as we look at our answer, we counted 1, 2, 3, and put our decimal place 3 places from the right and got 2 and 468 thousandths.